Let us start. Is there any problem to anybody in homework? There was only one example in homework. Any of you have any problem? Anybody have any problem in this question number 14? Okay, fine. Let us do question number 16 first of all. 16. The question is, for a single sampling plan 50-12-1, so our single sampling plan is 15-12-1. Find producer risk and consumer risk if AQL is 0.04 and LTPD is 0.08. 50-12-1, that is our single sampling plan. AQL is given 0.04 and LTPD is given 0.08. And we have to find out producer risk, which is denoted by alpha, and consumer risk, which is denoted by beta. So this is the question. Now let us discuss what is the meaning of this question first of all. We know that for this single sampling plan, first one is our capital N, 50. Second one is small n, 12, and C equal to 1. Now see, what is the meaning of this? 50 units of total production. We have to select 12 units randomly. We have to check these 12 units, and if we found that one unit defective or no unit is defective, then we have to accept the lot and we have to send lot into the market. If more than one unit are defective, we have to reject the lot. Okay. Now AQL. AQL, it is nothing but you can consider as P dash, proportion of defective, that is 0.04. Now what is meaning of AQL? AQL means acceptable quality level. Acceptable quality level. What does it mean? If there are 4%, 0.04 means 4%, defective units are there in a lot, customer will ready to accept it. If there are 4% defective units in the lot, then customer will ready to accept it. So acceptable quality level means how much defective units in the whole lot will customer accept it. So the here answer is 4%. That means out of 50, 4%. So 50 into 0.04, that is 2. So we can say that if 2 units are defective in the whole lot, then customer will ready to accept it. Okay. Now we know that out of 50, if 2 defective, then remaining are non-defective. So actually in a lot, 2 units are defective and 48 is non-defective, but we don't know that particular thing, because in a population what is the actual thing that we don't know. That is why we have to select the sample. So in a population 2 units are defective, that is actual thing that we don't know, and we decided to select 12 units randomly. And now in this 12 units, if we found 1 unit or 0 unit defective, then we have to accept the lot, and otherwise we have to reject the lot. Now first of all, what we have to find out here? Producer risk. Now what is the meaning of producer risk? When producer has some risk, according to this single sampling plan, if his lot is good, if his lot is good, but if it is rejected by this sampling method, even though good lot is rejected, in that case producer has to suffer. And what is consumer risk? Beta. If your lot is not good, but if it is accepted, then consumer will go to purchase that. In that case, there is a consumer risk. So producer risk is when your lot is good, and equal, that means your lot is good. Equal means you have to consider that your lot is good. It is acceptable quality. So our lot is good. Now find out probability of rejecting it. That is nothing but what? Alpha. So alpha is nothing but probability of rejecting the lot when it is good. Alpha is the probability of rejecting the lot when it is good. So find out first of all probability of accepting the lot P of A, and we know the formula. Whenever n is small, less than 200 or less than 200, we have to use hypergeometric distribution. So when our lot is having 4% defective, what is probability of acceptance? So we know the formula. NP dash CD into n minus NP dash Cn minus D upon NCn. Put all the values in the formula. C, that is 1, NP dash, that is 2, 2CD, n minus NP dash 48, C, small n is 12, 12 minus D upon 50, C, 12. Now first of all put D equal to 0, then put D equal to 1, and then add that 2. So putting D equal to 0, 2C 0, 48C, 12 minus 0, that is 12 upon 50C 12, plus, now put D equal to 1, 2C 1, 48C, 12 minus 1 is 11 upon 50C 12. Now we have to calculate. So 2C0, obviously it is 1. 48C12, we know that, how to write it? Factorial. 48 factorial upon 12 factorial, and 48 minus 12, that is 36 factorial, divided by 50C12, 50 factorial, 12 factorial, 50 minus 12, 38 factorial, plus 2C1 is 2, 48C11, 48 factorial, 11 factorial, 48 minus 11, 37 factorial, divided by 50C12, 50 factorial, 12 factorial, 50 minus 12, 38 factorial. So if we simplify, what we get? No need to write this one. So 48 factorial upon 12 factorial, 36 factorial into 12 factorial, 38 factorial, and 50 factorial, plus keep these two as it is, 48 factorial, 11 factorial, 37 factorial into 12 factorial, 38 factorial, 50 factorial. Now simplify. So we have to cancel this 12 factorial. Now you can expand, keep this 48 factorial as it is, but you can expand this 38 factorial up to 36 factorial. So we know that 38 into 37 into 36 factorial. Keep this 36 factorial as it is, expand this 50 factorial. So 50 into 49 into 48 factorial. If we do like this, then it is very easy to simplify the remaining part. plus this 2 as it is. Now you can keep this 11 factorial as it is, because you can, if you expand this 12 up to 11, so it will be cancelled. Keep this 37 factorial as it is, but you can expand this 50 factorial. So 50 into 49 into 48 factorial. Keep this 48 factorial as it is. Instead of 12 factorial, you can write 12 into 11 factorial. Instead of 38 factorial, you can write 38 into 37 factorial. So this 48 factorial cancel, this 11 factorial cancel, this 37 factorial cancel. So now calculate the remaining part by using calculator. So 38 divided by 50 into 37 divided by 49. So that is the answer for this first part, 0.5739. Plus, now next calculation. So 2 into 12 divided by 50 into 38 divided by 49. So 0.3722. So simply add this to probability of accepting the lot. So 0.3722 plus 0.5739. So 0.9461. This is probability of accepting the lot. But we have to find out producer risk, alpha. So what is alpha? Alpha is probability of rejecting the lot. So this is probability of accepting. So 1 minus that is the probability of rejecting the lot. So if we subtract this from 1, so 1 minus 0.9461. So 0.0539. That is our final answer, 0.0539. So you can say that nearly 5.4% chances are there. There is a risk of producer risk. Why? Because if your lot is good, even though if it is rejected, the chances of that is 5.34% or 0.0539. That is our final answer. So this is the answer. Alpha is 0.054. You can write this as 0.054. Okay. Now LTPD is given. LTPD is given 0.08. What does it mean? This is also you have to consider as speed as. But when LTPD is given, you have to consider that lot is not good. Lot is not good. So if LTPD is given, what is the full form of LTPD? Lot tolerance proportion defective. Lot tolerance proportion defective. So if LTPD is given, that means your lot is not good, because there are too many defective units in that. How many? So out of 50, 0.08 means 8% are defective. So in fact our lot is not good, because there are 4 defective units, and remaining 46 are non-defective. But if we use sampling plan, which sampling plan? 50, 12, 1 means if we select 12 units and if we found 1 or less than that, we have to accept. That is our sampling plan. So what is the chance that, even though we know that lot is not good, because there are 4 defective units, which is not acceptable. 4 defective, which is not acceptable in a whole lot. 4 whole lot of 50 units, 4 are defective, which is not acceptable. But we are not going to check each and every one. We have to select few units. How many? 12. And there are chances that in 12 we get no defective. So we can say that in 12 no defective means this whole lot is good lot. That is our decision. But actually lot is not good. So we accept defective lot, and defective lot What does it mean? We send lot into the market. So in that consumer has to suffer. So we have to find out probability for accepting the lot when lot is not good. And LTPD means lot is not good. In simple term, we can say that LTPD means lot is not good. So if lot is not good, what is probability for accepting the lot? Then the same thing, same formula, NP dash CD n minus NP dash Cn minus D upon NCN. Put all the values. D equal to 0 to 1, 4C, D 46C, 12 minus D means 12 upon 50C 12. Sorry, 12 minus D. N is 12. Now put D equal to first of all 0. So 4C 0, 46C 12 upon 50C 12 plus 4C 1, 46C 11 upon 50C 12. Now let us do the calculation. 4C0 is 1, 46C12 means 46 factorial upon 12 factorial, and 46 minus 12 is 34 factorial. Into, you can write directly, instead of dividing by 50C12, you can write directly in form of multiplication. So here you have to write 50 factorial, and here you have to write 12 factorial, and 50 minus 12, 38 factorial, plus 4C1, that is what? 4. 46C11, 46 factorial, 11 factorial, 46 minus 11, 35 factorial, into, you can write 50 factorial, here you have to write 12 factorial, 50 minus 12, 38 factorial. Now simplify. Keep this 46 factorial as it is, cancel this 12 factorial, simplify this 38 factorial like 38 into 37 into 36 into 35 into 34 factorial. Keep this 34 factorial as it is and expand this 50 factorial like 50 into 49 into 48 into 47 into 46 factorial, plus keep this 4 factorial as it, 4 as it is. Now here you can keep this 46 factorial as it is. Instead of 12 factorial, you can write 12 into 11 factorial. Instead of 38 factorial, you can write 38 into 37 into 36 into 35 factorial. Keep this 11 factorial as it is, 35 factorial as it is, and 50 into 49 into 48 into 47 into 46 factorial. Now simplify. This 46 factorial cancel, this 34 factorial cancel, and now do the calculation in calculator. (38) divided by 50 into 37 divided by 49 into 36 divided by 48 into 35 divided by 47. So 0.35 plus, let us do this calculation. Here first of all you can cancel this 11 factorial, 35 factorial, and this 46 factorial. So do the calculation. 4 into 12, 48 divided by 50, 48 divided by 50 into 38 divided by 49 into 37 divided by 48 into 36 divided by 47. So it is 0.4396. So just add these two. So 0.3205 plus 0.4396. So 0.7601, that is our final answer. or you can write 0.7601 means 0.76. So 0.76, that is probability of accepting the lot when lot is not good, and which is nothing but what? Beta. So beta is probability of accepting the lot when lot is not good. Lot is not good is already given uh, in the question as a LTPD is 0.04. That is already given in the question. For LTPD means lot is not good. So that is nothing but our consumer risk. So our consumer risk beta is 0.76. So alpha is 0.054 and beta is 0.76. This is the way to find out the answer for producer risk and consumer risk. You can consider this is your homework. Any student have any problem in this question? Let us discuss. If you have any doubt, any of you have any doubt, you can ask your doubt without any problem. Okay, now let us consider next one. Question number 15. For a single sampling plan 50 10 1, draw OC curve. For a single sampling plan, we will discuss about your internal exam and all that thing after completion of lecture. Okay, so let us continue. For a single sampling plan 50 12 0, draw OC curve. OC curve means operating characteristics curve. OC curve means operating characteristics curve. Our single sampling plan is here 50 10 0, and we have to draw OC curve. OC curve means operating characteristics curve. Operating characteristics curve, in that what we have to do, we have to assume different values of P dash, so we have to find out different values of PA. So P dash is not given, that we have to assume. P dash is not given, that we have to assume. And we know that if in a lot no one is defective, if 0 defective, then probability for accepting is what? 1. So when P dash is 0, PA is 1. That is the first value of P dash. Now you have to take different values of P dash and you have to find out different values of PA, and that we have to plot. Normally we get this type of values. If P dash is increased, probability of PA is decreased, and normally we get this type of curve, that is known as OC curve. This is the shape for the OC curve. So operating characteristics curve. So in that we have to assume different values of P dash. Always assume first value of P dash is 0 and then assume different values. Like P dash you can assume 1 upon capital N. But what is our capital N? Capital N is 50. So you can write 1 upon 50 is your first value. 1 upon 50 you can write 0.02. So our P dash is 0.02. So taking P dash 0.02, our capital N is 1. So multiply this two. 50 into 0.02. So we get 1. So capital N minus small n. Sorry, capital N minus NP dash is what? 49. Our small n is 10 and C equal to 0. So let us find out probability. When P dash is 0.02, find out probability. P of A. Sigma D equal to 0 to C. NP dash CD. N minus NP dash C N minus D upon NCN. Now put all values. D equal to 0 to C. C is also 0. NP dash is 1. 1 CD. N minus NP dash 49 C 10 minus D upon 50C10. But only one value of D is possible here, that is what, 0. So put 0. So 1C0, 49C10 upon 50C10. Only one value is there, 0, because C is 0. Now calculate this. We know that how to calculate. 1C0 is 1. 49 factorial upon 10 factorial and 39 factorial into, here you can write 50 factorial, 10 factorial, 40 factorial. Simplify. 49 factorial, keep as it is. Cancel this 10 factorial. 40 factorial means 40 into 39 factorial. Keep this 39 factorial as it is. 50 factorial, you can write 50 into 49 factorial. This 49 factorial cancel, 39 factorial cancel. 40 divided by 50 is 0.8. So we can say that when P dash is, therefore if P dash is 0.02, then PA is 0.8. So now we have another value of P dash and PA. First value is 0 and 1, then 0.02 and 0.8. Now you can take another value of P dash. Third value, P dash equal to, you can write 2 upon capital N. Our capital N is what, 50. So 2 divided by the calculation, you will get 0.04. Now N into P dash. Obviously we get 2 because if we take N in this side, but you can cancel 50 into 0.04. So you will get 2. Therefore N minus NP dash, that is 50 minus 2 means 48. And now once again same procedure. Sigma D equal to 0 to C. NP dash CD. N minus NP dash CN minus D upon NCN. Put all values. Therefore, P of A equal to sigma D equal to 0 to 0. NP dash is 2. 2C D. 48C 10 minus D upon 50C 10. Put D equal to 0. So we get 2C 0. 48C 10 upon 50C 10. Do the calculation. 2C0 is what? 1. 48C10 means 48 factorial, 10 factorial, 38 factorial into, here you can write 50 factorial, 10 factorial and 40 factorial. Now simplify. So 10 factorial. 48 factorial keep as it is. This 40 factorial you can write 40 into 39 into 38 factorial. Keep this 38 factorial as it is. 50 factorial you can write 50 into 49 into 48 factorial. 48 factorial cancel, 39 factorial cancel. Do the calculation. So 50 40 divided by 50 into 39 divided by 49. So 0.64. So 0.64. So we get third value, that is if P dash is 0.04, then PA is 0.64. You have to take at least 5 values. At least 5 values. So here next value, you can take P dash is 3 upon capital N. That means 3 upon 50. That means 0.06. And find PA. Next value you can take P dash is 4 upon capital N, that is 4 upon 50, that is 0.08, and find PA. And take one more value, P dash is 5 upon capital N, means 5 upon 50, means 0.10, and find PA. And now make the list like P dash and PA. Our P dash, if P dash is 0, PA is 1. P dash is 0.02, then our PA was 0.8. Then 0.04, then it is already we calculated 0.64. Let us verify. Yeah, if P dash is 0.04, PA is 0.64. Here we get something, here we get something, here we get something. So put that values here, 0.06, 0.08 and 0.10. You will get few values of PA. Now plot this on a graph paper. Here you have to take different values of P dash. Right now here 0, 0 0.02, 0 0.04, 0 0.06, 0 0.08, 0.10. Here the first value here 0, then because these are the values of PA, highest value is 1, lowest value is 0, so you can write 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8 and 0.9. Now if P equals 0, P dash is 0, PA is 1, then 0.02, then 0.8, then 0.04, 0.64. In that way, calculate remaining values and joint, you will get OC curve. That is the procedure to draw OC curve. Do the remaining work as a homework and also do this question number 18, 19, sorry 18, not 19. 18, consider this as a homework. So this is enough for today. Now you can ask your doubt if you have any. Yeah, it is always to we have to take 5 or more than 5 values to draw the OC curve. Yes, minimum 5 values desired.